Welcome into Laker Turf Stadium here on the shores of Lake Ontario. It's women's lacrosse action here on a Wednesday afternoon between the Oswego State Lakers and the Brockport Golden Eagles. Hello, everyone. I'm Thomas Turgeon, joined by Jared Wakefield. And Jared, Oswego winning 2 of their last 3 matchups on a bit of a hot streak over the last few games.
Absolutely on a bit of a hot streak. And for Oswego, one of their biggest statement wins of the year. They went up to Potsdam, faced off against the Bears, and thrashed Potsdam 21-3 final score. A big standout result for Oswego, and they come back home. We're right into the thick of conference play here, Thomas.
Absolutely, and when we talk about moving into their previous game against Potsdam, an absolute thrashing, as we talked about before we even went live today. Lexi Levy getting a pair of goals. Sela Wiley, 8 assists in that game, notching over 20 goals for Oswego State, as they had a lot to look forward to in the win up in North Country. But it's the Brockport Golden Eagles coming to town today, 4-5-0 to start the year. And overall, Oswego, their last 2 matchups, taking a loss against Geneseo, making the comeback over as of late, as we're underway to start off this SUNYAC matchup between the 2 teams of the Green Gold in the SUNYAC Conference, as Brockport will start off with possession. It's going to be Beto, as they'll go to work early here in the first quarter.
Something I want to note as we get underway, Thomas. Sela Wiley 2 goals away from 100 career goals in the Oswego State Lakers, so we are on Wiley watch today. We'll look for her in the offensive zone.
Absolutely, as Brockport will get things going. It'll be Quinlan in the near side corner, as Oswego will look to break things out. Their defensive coverage has been rather sound over the last few games. The Geneseo game, a little bit of a really unusual trend for the Lakers to start off, but Brockport going to work, looking to find a streaking Quinlan in the slot, but unable to do so, as they'll reset things and work things around on the outside once more. Brought back up to the point. It's going to be Tho taking the shot and drawing the foul there. A free position shot now for Paige Tho.
Yeah, that's a bit of a tough one for Oswego there. Brockport worked their way in.
And combined with another good save there, Tho unable to get anything going. Already 12 goals and 1 assist, though, so far this season for her, as the Lakers will retain possession.
Something interesting to note here, Thomas, is that Oswego, 53% on their own free positions. Opponents on the free position, only 19% so far this year. So as we talked about before we went live today, Thomas, Julia Quirk, exceptionally good at getting a stick on the play, and Sarah Kamide, absolutely phenomenal in net so far this year. 5.34 save percentage so far this year, and she's been exceptional on the free position.
She has been fantastic on the defensive end. Really, this core of defense has been fantastic. Daisy Townsend getting back in the lineup. Erin Cody as well. As Oswego will have their first offensive possession of the game, we'll see what things work with for the Lakers, as it's Isabella Lembo behind the now in front for McConnell, and she'll bury it home. The Lakers take an early lead on their first offensive possession of the game. It's Shea McConnell, her first goal, a minute 56 into the first quarter.
Oswego scored 47 goals all year in the first period, and Shea McConnell making that number now 48. McConnell with a great look, and the Lakers wasting no time, being nice and patient, but McConnell able to work her way to the front of the net. A pinpoint pass, rifles that one right on home past Hannah Parsons, and the Lakers up early and up quick.
Oswego leading the SUNYAC in goals scored, now with 157 to start off the year. In a couple games, notching plus 20 goals is a little bit of an increase to pad the stats and pad the offense, as the Lakers will take the early lead here in the first quarter. As the draw goes up in the air, Wiley looking to corral it, but instead will take a foul there, so Brockport will take possession. Be Cassidy Bernash who leads the team in goals and bring it down the near side, as Cody kept a close eye on her. Back for Bernash behind the net. She's just dominant on the offensive side of things. 30 goals and 21 assists for 51 points for Bernash so far in 9 games played. As Brockport looks to go to work, it's Elena Foose at the top of the 12-yard arc. Pauses, waits, as she was contested by Quirk. Back for Bernash, looking to drive towards goal, but instead pushed to the outsides by Russian. Once more now for Foose as she'll pause, send it right back to the near side for Tho. Over for Cunningham. Pressured by Wiley, back up to the point now for Foose. Foose watched by Quirk, but instead sends it over, back for Tho, and right back for Foose at the point. Foose peels around the shot, and it looks like Kamai got a foot on it. And Oswego gets away with a good offensive stop there.
Yeah, an impressive stop by Kamai there in Lacrosse, often trying to fire that ball down low into the crease and get a bouncer over the goalie, but Kamai read it all the way in, stopped it right at the numbers, took her a second to find it. Kamai might be busy again as Brockport comes the other way.
And Bernash will take the ball to start for the Golden Eagles as she brings one in down the near side. Quinlan down behind the net now. As Brockport will have 80 seconds to work with on the possession clock. It's back for Bernash, being watched by Russian. Oswego looks to push things all the way up to the top of the 12-yard mark. Bernash gets by one and looks to get by Russian, but instead unable to do so. As Oswego will go back on the defensive end, it's Foose at the top of the point. Being watched by Quirk very slightly, and a little bit of a cutback there by Tho looking to get a shot off, but instead the traffic is jammed by the Lakers and instead will draw the free position opportunity for Brockport.
Yeah, Lakers got to be a little careful in the defensive zone. A couple careless mistakes here early, giving Brockport a good opportunity. We'll see if they can capitalize, and it's Cassidy Bernash, their leading scorer.
Bernash walking in, trying to protect it, and instead draws the foul once more. We'll have another opportunity for Bernash for the senior out of Sackets Harbor, New York.
Yeah, it was Julia Quirk drawing the foul. A little bit too aggressive, a little bit too much contact there on Bernash. And now Bernash, an even better shooting position right at the top of the 8.
Bernash rips one wide, it looks like, and it'll be a battle for it behind the net. It'll continue to be Brockport ball. With 35 seconds remaining on the possession clock, they'll reset.
Yeah, Brockport tried to do the same thing there with a bouncing shot, but Bernash's shot wide of the net, but they'll still have another chance outside the 12.
Foose looking to bring one in right down the middle, but scooped away by Sela Wiley as the ball comes loose right in front of the 12-yard mark. McKersher battling for it. She's trying to get it on her stick and is finding trouble in doing so, but will finally corral it for Cody. Brings it over for Kamide as Oswego will open up some space. Down the near side, Russian over to the center for Fierro, and once more for McNally, and the Lakers bring it across center field. McNally coming in. Here comes Katie McNally. Right down the center, takes a break, and looks to dish it over for Fierro. Down the near side, it's Smith for Lembo behind the net. Isabella Lembo not recording a single goal in that game against Geneseo and has been lights out to start off the year with 30 goals.
Yeah, Lembo's really come alive this season. Last year able to put some points on the board, but this year coming out as one of the team's top goal scorers.
Lembo, the ricochet off the stick of McConnell, and that one goes just off the stick of Hannah Parsons as she's able to scoop it up and prevent anything from happening, but miscue on the pass there leads it to a turnover. Here comes the Lakers coming in the shot, and Sela Wiley with goal number 99.
Goodness gracious, that is exactly how you want to draw that one up in the playbook, Thomas. A beautiful pass across to Sela Wiley, and there's career goal number 99. And an absolutely gorgeous play for the Lakers.
An absolute beauty that starts off with the turnover forced by Fierro. Finds a wide open Wiley point blank in front of Parsons to take an early 2-0 lead with 9:13 remaining here in the first quarter.
Fierro's 11th assist of the year, and Sela Wiley now 31 goals on the season. She's really done it all for the Lakers. 56 points, leading in points and assists. 54 ground balls, 24 caused turnovers, and 59 draw controls. So she has pretty much been all over the turf for the Lakers so far this year.
2-0 Oswego, only about 5 minutes in to today's SUNY contest. Oswego looking to break a trend against Brockport as they've lost the last 6 in the matchup history against the Golden Eagles, as they'll bring it across once more. It's brought back in for Fierro. Fierro looking point blank for McConnell, but instead will create a toss-up, and it'll be Brockport ball once more. Bernash being contested and burns by Russian down the near side, and she's got a lot of room to work with. Cassidy Bernash looking to open up some space. Will bring it back near side. McKersher keeping a close eye on her as Bernash will send it back up to the top four. Beatow. Cross for Cunningham.
Good play by the Lakers there, and McKercher down low to take away that shooting lane from Bernash and force them to slow things down and have to try and reset up. Otherwise, there's going to be a wide open lane for Bernash.
As Brockport looking for a response here as they're down 2 early here in the first quarter. It's Cunningham. Back up to the point now for Foose is nothing really a response in terms of offense for Brockport. A couple free position shots that led to nothing as Bernash is contested by Wiley. 5-on-5. Back up to the point for Foose is Brockport looking to jam that center, but the Lakers have had a response for it as it looks like they're going to have to work on that outside edge to try and get any offensive opportunities to start, Jared.
Yeah, they've had nothing coming up through the seam, trying to get up through behind the net and get right in front of Kamai and shoot at point-blank range. They've been unable to do so. The closest they've gotten is just a few steps in the 8, but here they come.
13 seconds left to go on the possession clock, and a shot that went by on the shot by Cunningham goes just wide. Brockport will have 2 seconds, and they'll just leave it at B. And the Lakers will take over possession. A good defensive stop there.
Yeah, and Brockport's really struggled to control the Lakers' breakout. Brockport, when they've been coming up, they've had a few opportunities with Bernash, but otherwise they've looked to pass the Lakers, or just ball carrier, regardless of who it is, whether it's McKercher, McNally, or Wiley, just head straight north towards the net, and then they set it up.
And a little bit of head contact there creates a little bit of an opportunity for Oswego to open up some space on the foul drawn by Kate McNally. As Oswego will go back to work. It's Quirk down low for Lembo. She has Smith to the near side. Well, Smith back for Fierro. Up to the point, McNally. Up to the point is Quirk. Quirk peels one off and leaves it for Wiley. Wiley going towards middle on the cutback, looks for a shot to go. She lets one rip and draws the foul. Will they count it as a goal?
Waiting to see word. I think they might have whistled it dead before she got the shot off, and if that did go, that would have been a wild way to get goal 100 with a behind-the-back no-look shot beating goaltender Parsons up high, but now she'll have a free position for triple digits.
We've seen some nifty moves by Wiley over the pass as that one just goes over the goal of Parsons, and Oswego will go right back to work, though. Lembo trying to juke and jive her way towards goal, but instead leaves it for Wiley at the top of the 12. Wiley peeling near side, lets one fire there, and there it is, goal number 100 for Sheila Wiley.
Took a little bit there, Turge, but we finally got it done. Finally got to see it done, I should say. Sheila Wiley, her 100th goal as an Oswego State Laker.
Sheila Wiley, who
refs will do the
100th career goal. Congratulations.
Routine pocket check, and the Oswego bench fired up, holding signs up, sticks up in the air. They got to wonder if that ball's going to come back with Sheila there. Yes, it will.
Looking like it will. It's goal number 32 this season for the senior on the Lakers, as looks like Brockport will call timeout, and rightfully so. Not the start they have wanted for a team that's won the last 3.
Yeah, absolutely. It has been a pretty difficult start here for this Brockport team. And Thomas, they've had nothing going on their offense. Their systems have not looked very good. They've had a bit of trouble moving the ball around. They haven't had good looks at Kamai. Any shot they've had has been through traffic.
As the Lakers look to get the job done today against Brockport, up 3-0, and definitely not the key that you wanted to start off for the Golden Eagles. And how they set things right back on track, Jared, because right now they're down a 3-goal hole, to say the least, right now early here in the first.
I mean, they've been going to the 2 players that lead the team on goal scoring. They've gone to Cassidy Bernash and Elena Foos, both with 30 and 23 goals each so far this season, but they're going to have to look to move the ball around and get more and get Oswego scrambled, get them moving, get them tired, and then try to make their move. They're almost, I think, Thomas, making their move a bit too quickly. If Bernash and Foos can hold on a little bit, maybe look for Courtney Cunningham, the pure definition of a pure goal scorer, 18 goals, 1 assist so far this year. So she likes to shoot more than pass, but I think they're going to need to start testing Kamai a little bit more, get better chances right in front of the crease, and work their way methodically into the 12 and 8 instead of trying to look for some chaos.
And it's all going to start off here with this draw, and it's going to be Alexandria Vanderkar against Quirk, as Oswego looking to make it a 4-0 game early here midway through this first quarter play right here on WTOP 10. SUNYAC action, a huge 2 points on the line for the Lakers to continue their already very impressive SUNYAC run to start as Brockport will win the face-off, and it'll be Vanderkar with the ball now peeling down the far side, pressured by Lembo, which resorts her to cut back as Brockport looks to open up some things, brought to the near side for Tho. Tho looking for Vanderkar, gets by Fierro as she'll go across center field, and Brockport will finally make an offensive zone entry for a brief moment before cutting back. Taylor Ford now having it as she's pressured by McNally. McNally on the screen draws a turnover, it looks like, as no, it'll go Brockport's way, as it looks like Britt Howard not too enthused on that.
Britt Howard was very upset on that one, but Brockport finally getting some zone time here in terms. They look quite a lot more lively here, a lot more active and a lot more passing here, especially as they tried to enter the zone.
Cunningham on the spin, the shot kicked away by Kamide, and it's recovered, though, by the Golden Eagles. Brought back up to the 12-yard arc. It's taken back, Journey Knob. As Brockport will go back to work, 4:55 remaining here in this first quarter. Near side for Bernash. Russian leaving a little bit of space for her to work as she'll bring it in towards center. Bernash trying to peel down the near side. Pressured by Russian. Russian keeping a very tight point on Bernash as it's brought back up to the top for Foose. Over near side now for Tho as she's getting on the cutback by McNally. As Wiley forces the turnover there on the miscue pass by Tho, as Wiley looks to send it over for Fierro. It's a battle for it on the turf. It's Fierro winning the battle there on Vanderkar, and the Lakers get out of that offensive possession by the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, Wiley with an absolutely great play there. She'll start the offensive setup here for the Lakers in Brockport. Just trying to cut a little bit too much footwork, just trying to go to Bernash or Foose there. Need to look at other options because it's clear that the Lakers have read the scouting report.
Clearly they have, as they lead 3-0 with 3:50 remaining here in this first quarter of play, as it's Isabella Lembo there behind the net. Lembo looking to cut for McConnell as she gets tripped up and draws the opportunity for the Lakers. It'll be McConnell going to the line for the free position shot.
Yeah, might need a little ice after that one as she ended up in a Brockport sandwich. Two Brockport defenders, one on her left, one on her right. Both collided right into her, but she'll get a nice chance here on Hannah Parsons. Parsons at 10.99 goals against all year, a .475 save percentage.
McConnell looks to get a shot off there. There might have been some stick contact, which led to the ball going high over the goal, and Brockport will get the ball back after the free position miss by McConnell.
Smith was there to pick up the miss, but she actually stepped out of bounds after receiving the missed shot from McConnell. So a miscue there for the Lakers will give the Golden Eagles a chance, but they're still stuck deep in their own zone.
And we have seen this a lot with this Lakers team. Their defensive coverage is relentless as it's McNally walking right in, and she'll bury it home. Kay McNally tallying it to make it a 4-0 game for Oswego State on the turnover. Almost deja vu from a couple goals before.
Yeah, it's a tough one to swallow for Hannah Parsons right there as she goes to make the pass upfield. It's a bit of a soft pass, a bit too low, and McNally in perfect position to rotate on the play and just fires it right past Parsons. A very untimely and costly turnover as now the Golden Eagles in a hole down four. Their wings have been clipped here in the first quarter so far.
McNally with her fifth on the year for the Lakers as they take a 4-0 lead late here in the first quarter. Oswego, all the mojo as of late, getting a couple goals. Wiley with her 100th in her career here as a senior day coming up this weekend against Plattsburgh. So it's going to be an eventful week for Oswego State women's lacrosse here as they lead 4-0 against the Brockport Golden Eagles. Ball goes up in the air. Smith looks to leap towards it and will retain possession as she gets taken down by three Golden Eagles, one of them being Taylor Ford.
11 minutes and 50 seconds.
As the Lakers will get the ball back, it's McNally, the most recent goal scorer, carrying across center field with Russian to the right. Russian, a quick spin, able to avoid a few Brockport attackers, and it's over for Wiley, who dishes it over to the far side. That's Quirk. Lembo behind the net for McConnell. Up to the point is Wiley. Up to the center is Quirk, and Lacrosse for McNally. Near side now, Fierro back for Smith. Behind the net for Lembo. Lembo looking to drive on the near side towards goal, but instead meets a flock of Golden Eagles in front of the goal of Parsons, and able to take it away now for Brockport is Vanderkar. Vanderkar down the right-hand side, leaves it off for Beto. Beto will send it down low as the cutter is Foose looking towards goal, but instead will be worked across by Cunningham.
Yeah, Golden Eagles starting to migrate back towards the offensive side of things now, as there was a good play there to stop Lembo on the attempted cut in from behind the net. Seems like they've started to read that play from Oswego, and now the Golden Eagles looking very alive and ready to strike here on the Lakers if they can keep this good passing going.
Beto now contested by Wiley, pushing her outside the arc as Brockport will look to reset some things. It's back for Quinlan. Quinlan looking to drop a shot off, but instead cannot. Will peel back now for Beto. Beto pushed away by Wiley across to the near side for Foose. Foose fumbles it, but was able to get it back on her stick as she'll bring it right towards center once more. Wiley gets by, and the shot goes in. It's Foose getting the goal there for Brockport. And her 24th on the year finally breaks the shutout of Sarah Kamide with 1:09 to go in the first quarter.
A good first quarter by Sarah Kamide so far, but boy, what a great play by Elena Foose. Really, Oswego giving Brockport no space in the zone. Everybody pretty much right on top of the 8, close to the net. But Foose able to work her way in, find a lane, and sneak one past Kamide on a screen. Brockport gets one back at the end of the first quarter. A nice little momentum shift, and the Golden Eagles finally starting to flap away and take to the air.
Brockport cutting the lead down to 3 now, a 4-1 game with 1:09 remaining here in this first quarter play. As we'll get ready to reset. It's Quirk on the face-off once more with Vanderkar. And we've seen Oswego take a majority of these draw controls as the ball goes up in the air. Wiley looks to swat it down, but instead it's recovered by the Golden Eagles on the draw once more. It's going to be Taylor Ford on the near side. She gets by Noelle Smith, and the Golden Eagles will go back to work with 1 minute to go here in the first quarter, looking to make it a 2-goal game. Brought back around now for Brockport is Chamberlain. Chamberlain contested by McKersher. Back now for Bernash down the near side. Bernash looking to drive in, and that one goes just wide. As the race for it now, it's Chamberlain will recover it with 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Chamberlain. As Brockport looks to go to work, Beto looking for the cut. Driving in towards goal now was Cunningham before a little bit of physical there. And draws the foul, a free position opportunity now for the Golden Eagles and Cunningham.
Golden Eagles 0 for 3 on the free position so far. Good chance here to knock another peg down on the Lakers' lead and narrow it down to 2.
Cunningham on the right side brings one in, lets one go off the turf. And now it's Brockport getting the lead. Right back out in front. Another shot, and that one goes in. As the Golden Eagles cut that lead down to 2, it's Haley Chamberlain getting the goal with 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Well, that's what you need if you're the Brockport Golden Eagles. They needed to find a way to start turning things around. Brockport's brought it back within 2. And just a bit of a tough situation there. Shot comes right out in front, and they are able to just get that shot right over the top of Sarah Kamide's helmet. Not a whole lot Kamide could do there as a defensive collapse for the Lakers. Lets Brockport net that second one. Another good play by Brockport here late in the first.
A quick bang-bang response by Brockport with 8 seconds remaining here in this first quarter play, as it's now a 2-goal game about to enter the second quarter. We've seen Oswego respond relatively quick, but I'm not sure if 8 seconds will be enough to put one more goal on the board for either of these sides, but we'll see. Quirk on the draw, and it looks like Brockport jumped the gun early. Vanderkar, it's going to be Quirk trying to rip quick. 5 seconds left on the clock. Quirk for Wiley looking to find a cutter, just throws one. as the horn will sound and the ball goes flying over the net of Parsons. And we've got 2-goal game entering quarter number 2.
Absolutely, Turge, and it's been a pretty good game so far. It looked like early Oswego might be able to dominate this one against Brockport, but Brockport showing a lot of life really late here in the opening stages of this matchup.
Now, Oswego, a really close game, as you mentioned, Jared, so far. Shots on goal relatively close. 9 for Brockport, 8 for Oswego. And a 2-goal game in favor of the Lakers. Oswego 4 for 5 on clears. Brockport 2 for 2, ending the first quarter of play.
Huge conference game here, Turge, for both programs. Both programs 3-1 coming into today. The next team coming up could be a massive win for both of these teams for playoff seeding purposes.
Yeah, and as we take a look around the SUNYAC, the Lakers aren't the only ones in action today. A lot of teams going to town in terms of the SUNYAC. Fredonia and Buffalo State, a little bit of a later start at 5 p.m. Oneonta leading the Potsdam Bears by a score of 7-2. Cortland taking to town on the Plattsburgh Cardinals 16-3. And Geneseo out of conference, but still playing a New York opponent in the Rochester Institute of Technology. They lead 3-2 against the Tigers.
Quality opponent in RIT. Fredonia, Buffalo State getting underway in just a little bit. But Oneonta and Potsdam, interesting matchup here. Potsdam keeping it relatively close. That Cortland-Plattsburgh game, it is safe to say that Cortland has flipped over the Birds and the Plattsburgh Cardinals, and the Cardinals will walk away with another loss, and it's been a difficult season for them to open the year.
It has not been the most ideal season. Oswego will get Cortland in the final game of the year. So that will be really the test of time for the Lakers as they gradually look to constantly improve to be ready for that big matchup against the number 19 ranked team in the country, in the Cortland Red Dragons, a lethal lacrosse program down there for the red and white.
Absolutely. They are undefeated in conference play. Cortland 8-3 overall. Geneseo also undefeated in conference play. A win today for Oswego would tie them with New Paltz, who is 4-1. And Oswego has already taken a victory over the Hawks earlier this year, an 11-5 win at home.
As the second quarter now underway, it's a race for it now, but recovered by the Golden Eagles. It's Cunningham down the far side. Cunningham looks to drop one off for Quinlan, but instead will cut back and open up some space for Brockport to really set up shop for their first offensive possession of the second quarter.
Oswego just needs to make some smart defensive plays here and limit Brockport's chances to the outside. Brockport has looked really good when they basically been able to crash right in front of Kamide and give her nowhere to make a move or try to make a reactionary save.
As Brockport getting things, looking to open up a passing lane. Jared, like we mentioned in that first quarter, the center's relatively covered up as the shot there by Cunningham from the outside goes just to the right of Kamide. Brought back for more, though, as Brooke Beto is able to tally it home to make it now a 1-goal game here at the Laker Turf. It's a 4-3 contest, and Brockport is now within 1.
Kamide a little bit upset with herself after that one. A little bit of frustration shown, but she'll hop back in the net. And boy, what a great second chance play there by Brockport. The shot off of Courtney Cunningham, a very hard spike shot, bounces over the goal, and Brockport able to quickly pick it up, say thank you very much, turn it right back in front of the net, and it's in the back of Kamide's net. So Brockport within 1. The Tides turn very, very quickly.
And Beto now her 6th on the year as a Brockport Golden Eagle, as it's now a 4-3 contest, and it's a barn burner here at the Laker Turf. 53 seconds into the second quarter, and we're down to that lead that Oswego had that seemed like it was so far away is now cut down to 1 as Brockport will win the draw, and they'll go back in action for offense.
Yeah, and Oswego's just got to get out of the zone here for a multitude of reasons, but you're going to tire out your defenseman here if you're not careful. So they just got to force a turnover here and try to work it back up midfield. There it is.
And Bernash looking to feed one towards goal, but instead Foose will have it. She's pressured by McNally as she gets by Beto, the most recent goal scorer, and Brockport will continue their possession with 60 seconds remaining on the possession clock. Now it's Cunningham. Cunningham leaving some space open as the pick play there by Foose with Townsend was unable to fool Wiley as she's still there on Cunningham all day. Chamberlain now on the near side. As Brockport looks to reset things, it's Quinlan now looking to find Foose, but instead Townsend was all over her. As Quinlan has it now, looks to dish one off for Cunningham, but looks to send it to the near side for Bednarz, as Courtney Bednarz is able to corral it back for Bernash, pressured by Russian, pushing her to the outside. A great man-on-man battle between Bernash and Russian we've seen so far. They've been constantly just within steps of each other this entire game.
Absolutely, and Russian doing a good job, but she does maybe a bit too good of a job as she will give Brockport a free position.
Bernash in the shot, and that one goes just wide as Kamide might have had a save on it.
I think Kamide got a stick on it, able to close up the 5-hole, swing that stick right down and send it just off the outside of the stick and off into the corner.
It looks like we'll have a brief stoppage, and looks like we might be having another free position opportunity for Bernash.
Sure looks like it, Thomas. Yeah, you would be correct.
And Bernash will have a shot just to the right side with 12:31 remaining here in this second quarter of play. Bernash in on Kamide. As she'll get some speed, get one in, and Kamide with the right foot able to kick it away. Another huge save there by Sarah Kamide to keep it a one-goal game with 12:20 remaining.
Absolutely. Kamide huge there on the 2 free positions, but her work is not over. Oswego and McConnell unable to recover there, and Brockport right back on offense. And again, got to think about tired legs here, Turge. You got to get something moving and let your midfielders who've been standing around right by the logo here on the near side, let them do some work and let the defense get a rest.
Bernash once more. Russian still with her, as Jared, like you've mentioned, they got to get tired eventually. I mean, Oswego I don't think they've had any offensive possessions to start off this second quarter of play. It's been all Golden Eagles to start off the second quarter as they look to even things up at 4. Bernash pressured by Russian. Looks to cut back on Russian, but instead will leave it off.
They've got Bernash covered. It's the rest of the team that's been the problem so far. They've worked very well together.
A shot there by Cunningham. That one goes just wide, and Brockport will continue to go, but they've got the clock to beat as well. 4 seconds remaining on the possession clock. A shot there, and that one goes just wide as Oswego will finally escape away from the Brockport relentless offense that was for the first 4 minutes of the second quarter.
Boy, that defensive core of Sophie Russian-Aaron Cody, and of course goaltender Sarah Kamide can take a quick breath and actually breathe for a quick second here as the play enters into Oswego's offensive end, and might be coming right back out. No.
It will be Brockport getting possession now for the Golden Eagles as they'll take things right back up towards Kamide. It's Quinlan now looking to get by Wiley, and she stepped over the line, and Oswego will get possession back. It'll be Lembo starting things off for the Lakers and sends it over for Wiley.
Good defensive play by Lembo to force Quinlan just over the line, and that's going to be a costly turnover for Brockport as they were likely coming right back the other way with a head of steam looking to even things up.
McNally for Quirk and then back for Wiley. Down low for McConnell as Oswego will have their first offensive possession 5 minutes into the second quarter. That just goes to show how relentless Brockport's offense was to start off here in this second quarter of play. Now trailing by 1. Oswego looking for a response. They need a goal here to get that lead back up to 2.
Absolutely, and Oswego being very methodical right now. Now that they're in the zone, they don't want to waste this chance. They could use a goal right here and just swing that momentum right back after the struggle this second quarter has been.
A rotating play by Quirk leads to a possession by Lembo, drawing the foul. And Isabella Lembo will be on the 12-yard mark, and they'll have another free position shot here with 9:30 remaining.
Absolutely, and again, Oswego 53% on the free positions, but they'll elect to pass.
Quirk now draws the foul. The shot there, it's right in between the feet of Parsons. As Brockport will keep things going with a good stop there. And Well, we're here, and Brockport's working their way up the field. WTOP 10 Nightly News is a newscast for students by students. It's the best place to stay up to date on the news, weather, and sports that matter to you most. Tune in Monday through Thursdays at 9 p.m. on WTOP. As Brockport will enter the offensive zone now, it's going to be Beto now with it. Across now for Cunningham on the near side. It's just a short span of time that Oswego had in the offensive zone before Brockport decided to take it away and go back the other direction. As it's Foose now looking to get by McNally. A nice floater pass there intended for Cunningham, but instead is scooped up by Quirk and will be brought down the near side as she's pressured by Tho. Julia Quirk gets across the Laker logo and has a lot of space and time to work with now as Oswego will bring things back in the offensive zone. To retain another offensive possession, it looks like we're going to have a timeout here, and Coach Britt Howard clearly not too enthused the way her team has started off this second quarter play.
No, that's fully understandable. I mean, Britt Howard's squad unable to maintain offensive possession in the one or two looks they've had. We're not approaching grade A territory here, Thomas. It's more like grade B or C. And while C's may get you degrees, it will not get you a goal in lacrosse. So the Lakers need to have better chances overall to make something happen.
And overall, you look at the bench bosses. Head coach Britt Howard, hired in 2016, currently looking for win number 50 for the Lakers bench boss, a conference record of 27 and 21. Originally enough, she was an assistant at Brockport for the 2016 season and looking to get a bare hand against her former alma mater. On the other hand, whether there's an old coach, there's also a new coach for Brockport. It's Brianna Glaser, who came back in the fall of 2022 as an assistant and then was elevated to an interim head coach in the spring of 2023. She was an assistant at the Golden Eagles program in 18-19 and served as 3 seasons as head coach at Siena College. Before that, was an assistant at Duquesne down in Pennsylvania, and also 1 season as an assistant at UNH and Iona. She graduated from Hofstra in 2010, a 3-year starter on defense, and a 2007 CAA champion. A lot to add to her repertoire, and hoping to turn around this Brockport program and looking to cut back at a 1-goal lead that they're trailing by.
Absolutely, and that's a pretty hefty program in Siena College, a Division I school there. So Glasser bringing some D1 experience down with her. She coaches the Brockport Golden Eagles, and so far 3-1 in conference, but overall, bit of an up and down year for Brockport. They've struggled against opponents like Ithaca College, a strong Ithaca team, beat them 15-5 to open their season. Coming into the month of April, they were 1-5. Their only win coming over the Rochester Institute of Technology. They will beat the Tigers by 1 goal, 14-13. Just up 581 there, making your way into Rochester from Brockport to RIT. Lost to William Smith, lost to U of R, lost to Cortland, 19 in the nation, and lost to Nazareth. And then they beat Potsdam, Fredonia, and Plattsburgh. So all their wins but 1 coming in conference play.
They have a lot to look forward to in a close contest here at the Laker Turf, trailing by 1 against Oswego, as Oswego took the timeout, so they'll keep the possession in the offensive zone for the Lakers, looking to get a response as they have not scored here in the second quarter, almost midway through here. Not many offensive possessions either, as Quirk will start things off for Oswego State before dishing it to Lembo from the pass from McConnell. Lembo looking for the cutting McConnell. We've seen that play happen a lot over the last few home games for the Lakers. That one unable to convert, though, as Lembo and McConnell have really been a tag team duo when it comes to goal scoring, and the constant cut, unable to do so there.
Yeah, Lembo was looking to sauce a pass right onto the plate of Shane McConnell, and she dumped the sauce all over the floor instead of that pass a little bit too hot coming in.
And Brockport now to take it away. It's Bernash down the far side as she's contested by Alexis Hill, who gets in the lineup. And we see Britt Howard rotating a little bit. A couple of her midfielders and defenders as Bernash gets by. Cassidy Bernash in a shot, and another good save there by Kamide, but the fun isn't over yet, as Bednarz will get possession back for Brockport, and they'll go back to work. It's Beto now for the Golden Eagles, being watched by Townsend.
Brockport trying to beat Kamide low, but every time they've beaten Kamide, they pretty much beat her up high. Kamide's really good at stopping those low shots, nothing getting through the wickets.
So looking for Bernash, but Bernash fumbles the ball there, but we'll be able to scoop it up with just a little bit of time. Bernash on the pump fake, looks to bring one in, and just like you said, Jared, upstairs is where Brockport has succeeded, and they do that again. It's a 4-4 game.
Absolutely, and the key so far for the Brockport Golden Eagles, if you're going to score on Sarah Kamai today, elevate to celebrate, and Bernash does just that. And one of the X factors we had tagged for this game finally makes her appearance. Kamai coming out of her net just a little bit, and Bernash will sneak it right over her left shoulder as Kamai bit over to her right side towards the far side of the turf. And just like that, the Golden Eagles spread their wings once again and busted a hole in the side of the Lakers ship. We're tied up at 4 about halfway through the second quarter.
Oswego getting outshot this quarter 7-1 with 6:46 remaining here in the second quarter as the Lakers have struggled to find offense. And they need I feel like they need a turnaround here before they even enter the half, because right now you're back to square one. Your four-goal lead was now dwindled away by this Brockport offense in here in the second quarter as Quirk will take the ball away for the Lakers, and looking for a response now is McConnell.
Yeah, the Lakers need to answer here, Thomas. It's 4 unanswered for Brockport. If Brockport can get a stop here, that'll be even more momentum. It'll be more from a momentum shift to a momentum landslide in favor of the Brockport squad from the 5-8-5.
Lembo for Smith, and Smith looking to drive towards goal, but instead will have other ideas and peel back as Wiley takes that at the top of the 12-yard arc. Wiley peeling down the right side, lets one go, and that one got through Parsons, but it goes just wide as the Lakers will keep possession back. It's McConnell and Lembo. McConnell with the screen. Lembo looking to cut in between and looking for a shot. And that one goes just wide as it looks like Lembo will draw the foul. And we'll have a free position opportunity from the 8-yard.
I was going to say, it looked like we were going to keep playing, and Lembo got sticked up high, so I figured a free position was coming. And Lembo with an opportunity on the free position, and Oswego could really use a conversion here from their second goal scorer.
Lembo walking in the shot, and she gets it home on the top right corner. Isabella Lembo finds the score sheet and takes the lead back for the Lakers.
Isabella Lembo works her way on up to goal 31 of the year, just behind Sheila Wiley. And Lembo, her sensational year, continues on. A laser from Lembo at the top of the crease.
5:48 remaining here in this second quarter play right here on WTOP 10 as Isabella Lembo gets the most recent goal for Oswego State to take the Lakers back to a 1-goal lead. But if anything, you're really, in a way, you're waiting for a response from Brockport, because I'm sure that'll be soon to follow shortly after this draw control.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see what the Golden Eagles do in response, because at this point it's got to feel like, oh, we've done all this work to get it tied up, being in similar positions when I played various sports, work your way to get back up tight, a little disheartening, and the other team fires back, but a lot of lacrosse left to be played here, Thomas. Still a half-hour lacrosse action coming up here on WTOP for the Lakers and Brockport. So it'll be interesting to see, but Oswego might be looking to put the hammer down.
As Oswego got the ball back after the conversion on the free position shot, it's going to be McConnell once more down low for Lembo, the most recent goal scorer for Smith. Across now for Fierro, back up the point. Hill over to the center is Quirk. Quirk leaves it off for Wiley across near side. McConnell down low for Lembo. Back up to the point. Wiley looking to juke and jive. And will draw the foul as Wiley is at the free position line looking for goal 101.
Not the player you want to foul either, Thomas.
Wiley coming in. Rips one top right corner. 101 for Sheila Wiley as the goals continue to run for the Oswego State Lakers. Now back up 2.
Sheila Wiley now with enough goals for a 100-level class at SUNY Oswego. And Wiley with another good play on the free position. And honestly, a play that very much mirrored what Isabella Lembo did just a little bit ago. She fired her free position shot just over the top left shoulder of Hannah Parsons in the back of net. Wiley must have saw that free position and figured, I'll try that too, and went for the exact same spot in the net. Top right corner of the net over Parsons' left shoulder. Wiley buries that one. Now 101, working her way into the triple digits.
It looks like consistency almost is what the Lakers are looking for, but either way, they found 2 goals in a span of just a few short seconds. And the Lakers back up 2, reclaiming the lead against the Brockport Golden Eagles.
And as far as goaltenders so far today, Thomas, it's been an iffy day for both goaltenders across the board save percentage-wise. Parsons with 2 saves on 8 shots for a .250 save percentage. And combined with 3 saves and 4 goals allowed, her save percentage on 7 shots, a .429 right now, about 42%, a little bit below her .534 average on the year.
4:52 remaining here in this second quarter of play as Oswego will have possession once more. Could they go 3 for 3 out of their most recent 3 possessions in terms of goal conversion rate? They've been spectacular as of late. Lembo to the point for Wiley. Across to the center is Quirk. Back for Wiley as Quirk will set the screen. Wiley looking for just an open passing lane, looking to pull the backhand spinorama, and that one goes just wide. The race for it by Smith will give the Lakers possession once more. Lembo looking to leave it over for McConnell on the far side, but instead it's taken away by the Eagles.
What a play by Journey Nab there, able to cover off the pass as she will bring it out. Nab, an exceptional defensive play there, juking her way right past the Lakers. And looked like she was setting some up for Brockport. Brockport will have to work their way back in, trying to find some space.
Parsons sending a high flyer over, intended for Chamberlain, but instead is taken away by Kate McNally. And the Lakers will bring it right back in, and almost seems redundant of the way Brockport started off this second quarter, but Oswego not letting the Golden Eagles be able to fly as of late, as like you said, Jared. And the Lakers go back to work.
Yeah, absolutely. Brockport collapsing a bit more defensively. You can see they're kind of circled in right around the 8 right now. Oswego with a lot of space and free reign over the 12, and I'd expect Oswego try and create more chaos in front of Parsons. Parsons did not see that backhander from Wiley, so I could expect to see a Laker here, maybe Wiley herself, trying to set maybe not the hardest shot, but just something that Parsons won't see.
Wiley back out in front, Lembo, and what a pass that was. Can dish it and fish it for the Lakers. Sheila Wiley getting an assist there to make it a 7-4 game for Oswego State on the feed to Isabella Lembo for her second on the day.
I was just about to say, Thomas, if another player got an assist, Katie Fierro's been hogging all the apples today. She's had the only 2 so far. But Wiley dishing out the sauce, and Lembo gets it right on her plate and fires it home. Winner, winner, chicken dinner for Isabella Lembo. She fires one, and it's another 3-goal lead for the Lakers, 7-4, 3:04 in the second.
Speaking of 3, another goal on that top right corner of Parsons, and the Lakers back up by 3 with 3:04 remaining here in this second quarter as we inch closer towards halftime. The Lakers looking to go into the half a little bit more of a positive note than the way they started in this second quarter as the ball goes up and rolls towards the Brockport bench. Wiley battling it for it with Cunningham, but Cunningham would win the battle.
Assistant number 5, Sheila Wiley.
As Brockport looks for a response here, they've been quiet on the offense as of late. As is Beto.
Wiley at 11:56.
Beto looking for a passing lane, but Oswego's defense relatively sound. McKersher covering that near side. As Cody now will contest on Tho.
Oswego's got to be careful with a couple of these passes here, Thomas. They're kind of letting one side of the turf open up. Doesn't matter now, but Oswego really got that left side, that near side of the turf by Kamai open up.
Quirk Fierro able to scoop up the loose ball closer to the offside line where Oswego will grab back possession with 2:10 remaining here in this second quarter of play. Wiley for Quirk, and then across for McNally. Question is, when do you start rotating your substitutions in? We've seen Alexis Hill get in the lineup for the Lakers, but after that, we haven't really seen many rotations in for Britt Howard's squad. They've got the team to do it. They've got a large team on the bench right now. Currently, a lot to work with for Oswego State. With 1:37 remaining here in this second quarter play, Wiley back for Quirk. A shot in top right. 8-4 Oswego State.
Yeah, I think something's telling me, Turge. I think they might have figured Hannah Parsons out here as, again, top right corner proves to be top shelf for the Lakers. And they've been able to beat Parsons on pretty much any shot towards that side of the net. Walking her way in and bang, just over the stick. Parsons able to see it. Just misread it with the stick and unable to net that one in the webbing. And the Lakers back to a 4-goal lead here, and we're back to square one for Brockport.
The clean drop pass by Sela Wiley once more. Now her second assist on the day. Finds Julia Quirk, able to get a 4-goal lead now for the Lakers with 1:30 remaining here in the second quarter of play.
You know, when you see a drop pass like that, Turge, it makes you think of another D word, deadly. The drop pass like that can fool the defense really easily, and all of a sudden you can go from really good defensive coverage to being completely wide open and having no defensive coverage, and the Lakers do just that and take perfect advantage, and the Eagles win the draw.
And we've seen that happen a couple of times with 1:20 remaining here in this first half between Brockport and Oswego as the Lakers lead by 4 entering the final minute here on WTOP 10 in this first quarter of play here at the Laker Turf here in Oswego, New York. A nice sunny day on a Wednesday afternoon for some lacrosse.
A gorgeous day for April.
As it's Bernash now on the near side, and once more contested by Russian, but a good screen there by Cunningham. Bernash looking for the shot. Russian just swings it down to the near side corner and will able to scoop it up. Get some space going, but it's swatted away by Bernash, and it's recovered back by Brockport, and it's looking like Russian will go off with a yellow card, so Brockport will be on the man advantage to end this second quarter.
That's a bit untimely for Russian. Russian done it a few times this game with a great play, followed by a play that's maybe not so great. She let up a free position earlier that Brockport converted on after great defense there. Kamide makes the save, loses the rebound, and Russian kicks that one out to the corner and then catches a card. So Oswego going to be disadvantaged here for the last 38 seconds of the quarter, and Brockport could easily swing that momentum right back.
And the thing is, though, where you talk about Russian, she finally kind of gets the foul that was much needed for Brockport, as she was all over Bernash, not allowing any offensive opportunities to go through her. Only 1 goal and 1 assist. However, 7 shots, though, for number 5. You makes it wonder who will be the person responsible for covering Bernash for this final 30 seconds. Will we see Wiley on her, as she's right near her right now? But it's fed right back out in front, intended for Cunningham. And we'll have another stoppage of play as Brockport will have another free position opportunity.
Yeah, and that's almost in ways a good thing for Oswego, as there was chaos in front of the net, and Kamide had to face a shot at point-blank range, able to make a stop, but Kamide now needs to stop this free position.
Walking right in, another shot that ricochets off the turf by Cunningham. Kamide racing for it, but a miscue on the turnover in the empty net is able to tally. Brockport on the miscues by the Lakers. A little bit of frustration by Kamide. It's back down to a 3-goal game.
Yeah, Kamide thought she had that one, picked the stick up, looked on down, and she did not have that one, Thomas. And for Brockport, easy tic-tac-toe, but a great effort by Kamide to try and dive there. Almost had, those of you NHL fans, the Elvis Merzlikins diving save, but unable to corral that one. And Brockport will do exactly what they needed to do and get one back and make it a 3-goal game and make things a little interesting with 14 seconds to go.
14 seconds remaining here in this first half as Oswego up by 3. Brockport chipping away at their lead once more. We saw that in the beginning of the second quarter. Now we're seeing it at the end, entering the first half ending, as Brockport will recover it now as Cunningham brings it in across. 8 seconds remaining as Chamberlain looks to drive towards goal with 3 seconds left as she was pressured by Hill. The ball goes wide, And that will end the first half of play as the Lakers lead by 3 going into the half.
And a good job by the Lakers there finishing that second quarter, Thomas. They have a nice short memory. They're able to make good defensive plays, force a miscue on Brockport. A somewhat weak shot on goes wide to end the period, and they're able to prevent Brockport from tacking on any more damage.
Absolutely, as Oswego takes a early lead in the first quarter and recovers pretty much that same lead going into the half as they lead by 3 goals against the Brockport Golden Eagles. As we're going to take a quick pause for the cause, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about that first half of action right here on WTOP 10.
With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
Welcome back to Laker Turf Stadium as Oswego State leads going into halftime by a score of 8-5. Welcome back in. Thomas Turgeon with you alongside Jared Wakefield. And Jared, a really up and down performance, to say the least, for Oswego State as they had a lead, lost it, and then gained it back again, gradually going into the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. We have been on the seesaw, so to speak, in far of this game, and boy, has it felt like a seesaw. Just the moment you think the Lakers are starting to take back control, they make it 8-4. The Brockport Golden Eagles yank right back down and swing momentum their way, getting a late goal on the man advantage to make it 8-5. So Brockport's starting to work their way in, but a big X factor so far in this game, getting goal 100, Thomas, has been Sela Wiley. She's been great.
She has been fantastic. Sela Wiley, 3 goals, 2 assists, and 5 points so far for number 5 for the Lakers as they have a 3-goal lead, and a big contribution is from Sela Wiley, getting 3 of those 8.
Yeah, Wiley's looked good at both ends of the turf today, kind of as expected. She's looked good on the free position. She has also looked very good here. And Wiley, I mean, she's had a great job getting ground balls and other stuff on the pass here. Again, going top right corner on Parsons. A nice shot there. And they've just been able to pick apart Hannah Parsons, especially late in that second half. Wiley, key of leading that charge. And if she wasn't putting the ball into that, she was putting it in someone else's stick and saucing the pass across.
Yeah, 2 assists, and we mentioned she had 8 assists in that victory against Potsdam last weekend, and a huge win against the Bears, a 21-3 final as the Lakers in action today against Brockport. And we mentioned a couple other teams in action here for some women's lacrosse around the SUNY as currently the start for the final now for Cortland. Now a 19-5 victory for the Red Dragons. Kind of expected that a little bit. Oneonta up by 10 against the Bears at the half. We mentioned Fredonia, Buff State starting at just about 5 minutes from now. Geneseo, they lead the Tigers by 2 at the half.
Absolutely, and it's an interesting one. I had a little faith that Potsdam might be able to make a run at Oneonta, but the Red Dragons have said nope and torched my hopes of that. So Potsdam down by 10, and the Bears struggling pretty much to start off the season. They might be putting themselves out of the playoffs as they are unable to find their way into the win column here pretty soon more often. Cortland thrashing Plattsburgh, so a bad time to be a school in the North Country. RIT Geneseo, that Rochester matchup getting spicy. The Knights so far have tamed the Tigers, and Fredonia Buff State, a big SUNYAC matchup later this evening.
Much needed win for both those teams for that 5 o'clock start. Fredonia coming to town early this year, and Oswego taking care of business on that end. Buffalo State, the next team to come in Oswego's way, as Oswego will head to the road next Wednesday for an afternoon matchup with the Bengals. On the other hand, Brockport, they've been struggling as of late in this game. They've won 3 in a row for the Golden Eagles, but they've struggled against the Lakers looking to find a lead.
They certainly have, and I think a way to look at it is, while Brockport did get a win over Fredonia, they beat them 18-15. Oswego beat them 19-2. And for the Golden Eagles, it's been quite a roller coaster, and if you're a Brockport fan, it's got to be a bit of an uneasy ride right now. They fight their way back. They push for the lead. Unable to do so, Oswego pulls right back out in front. Brockport's had the shot advantage, 21-15, but they've also turned the ball over, but both teams equally good at scooping things up in the chaos. A lot of scrums at midfield early here, Turge. And Oswego, quality over quantity so far early.
Absolutely, and although the NBA playoffs started last night, it's almost been much like the NBA, a little bit of a game of runs, if you will, as Oswego would get 4, Brockport chip away. Oswego getting back things going, and it has been a possession game. It just seems time and time again where the Lakers have had some offensive possessions, but it'll just go the other way as Brockport would respond with a couple good opportunities of their own.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting one to see, and something I just want to note here while we're sitting up here in the press box, it looked like for a moment Brockport might have been warming up another goalie, Aaron Lant, taking a couple reps in the net at the end of play here, so we'll see if Parsons stays in the net for the second half of this matchup. And for Parsons, it's been an up-and-down game. A couple good saves, but a couple missed passes, and she has struggled with high shots at the corner.
The one challenge for both these goaltenders that we've seen so far is how they've been able to respond after long times of not having any opportunities go their way, where Oswego would have to really wait things out a little bit. And then on the other hand, Brockport, you mentioned Parsons trying to stop some balls going the other way, but it's really a challenge going in between who's able to get more saves in just the short opportunities that are presented to them.
Absolutely, and despite Kamide's one major miscue coming out of the net looking for a pass and losing possession there, it's been a pretty flawless game for her. Has made the save she needs to save, especially on those free positions. I mean, the free percentage for the opposition shows at 19%. Kamide has been really the sole factor there in stopping those free positions. Julia Quirk, some good defensive plays, trying to get a stick on it just to deflect that ball away from the net. But Kamide standing on her head right now, so to speak. Good so far.
As Oswego looking to get things going as of late, but on the other hand, what's getting things going is Sunday nights. When we talk about some entertainment, make sure you guys are tuned in to Perspective Entertainment Sunday nights at 9 p.m. for all your up-to-date entertainment and events around campus. As Oswego State having a lot of things going on as of late. Ozfest coming in a few weeks, and we got some Laker athletics, plenty to talk about this week. A lot of home games this week for Oswego Athletics. Softball in action, getting a win yesterday against Casanova on a walk-off. That was truly a beauty. And the men's lacrosse team, they head to the road this weekend, but softball, baseball, and women's lacrosse all at home this weekend in a fun-filled event for Oswego State.
Absolutely, a whole lot of entertainment around Oswego as the semester winds down and semester work and events ramp up as we race towards graduation on May 13th. Touch on softball really quick. I was there yesterday, first game. Fiona Higgins, 18 strikeouts, working a 10-inning game in that game of work, and she gets the shutout as Oswego able to win on a walk-off single. plating home the only run of the game.
Absolutely. Oswego getting the wins there, where the women's lacrosse team looking to get a win here on their home turf as the Lakers lead by 3 going into the second half. Oswego in white, Brockport in green. As we get ready to start off this second half of play, what team are we going to get? The Oswego team that sits back to start off the third quarter, the team that attacks? Time will tell, as we've got clearly 15 minutes to find out, and then once more in the fourth quarter, as Julia Quirk will be on the draw for the Lakers, and it looks like Courtney Cunningham as well, or excuse me, Vanderkar for Brockport. And Oswego will get possession back. Wiley has it down this near side as she's contested by Vanderkar. Down the right-hand side, it's Sela Wiley. Wiley finally gets rid of it, finds Lembo behind the net, as Smith will trail behind her as the Lakers will go to work. McNally at the top, cross for Quirk, right once more for Wiley, and they'll just keep passing it around that outside as it's Smith now as she gets finally a little bit of pressure on her by Vanderkar. And it's Lembo. Back for Wiley. Far side, McConnell. Back for Wiley once more, and over for Quirk on the near side.
Lakers haven't found anything yet. They've started a few cuts and slices into the Brockport defense, but haven't found anything they like, so they just passed it back outside the 12 and cooked.
They still have a lot of time to work with, though. 35 seconds on the possession clock. It's Quirk off the far side. McNally down low for Smith, and once more for Lembo behind the net. Back up to the point. Wiley, a little bit of space, but now a lot of pressure on her by Vanderkar, and the shot there, and a good save by the netminder. It looks like Lant is in the lineup now for the Brockport Golden Eagles as Parsons gets the yank, as Lant will now be the new goaltender for Brockport.
Yeah, gotta wonder there. Parsons with some good stops, but a couple miscue passes caught directly leading to Oswego goals. So they'll sub Lant in and see what she can do. They both split the work so far this year. Lant a 15-2-4 goals against, a .320 save percentage on the year.
Cassidy Bernash on the near side now for Paige Tho, as she's been watched by Quirk. Tho with a little bit of hesitance brings it right back over for Cunningham and sends it once more down low for Bernash as Russian watches her, as Russian drew a yellow card at the end of the second quarter of play, and we'll see if she can watch the aggression almost against Bernash here in the third quarter. Once more now for Tho, getting pressured by Quirk, but instead peels back. Brockport now down to 19 seconds on the possession clock. It's Quinlan. Bernash looking on the cut. Russian was able to mark her. Cody gets taken down. The shot there, and that one goes in. It's going to be Haley Chamberlain getting the goal to make it an 8-6 game, as Cody was knocked down on the cut, as she seems to get up. And Brockport now, as we see the replay here, a little bit of a collision there by Bernash on Cody, and a couple of players distracted on the play, leading to tally one upstairs for the Golden Eagles was Chamberlain.
Chamberlain's second goal of the year and second point of the year. And for Oswego, just a defensive miscue despite the hit on Cody. You can't stop playing in that situation, and that is the definition of a defensive collapse when you leave a forward wide open right in front of the net. Nothing Kamide can do there. So that one's going to be fired right past her. And Chamberlain, second on the season in 7 games played.
Now a 2-goal game and an early start for Brockport as they have the lead. The Lakers do, and looking to try and keep it that way, but Brockport's offense has other ideas as Cunningham brings it down the near side. Pressured by Quirk, but then leaves it off for Vanderkar.
36 seconds of the third quarter.
Alexandria Vanderkar sends it over to the far side now, where Brockport will look to claw back one more and try and cut this lead down to 1. It's back for Bernash. Bernash down low for Foose. Cross now on the near side. It's Vanderkar once more. Now it's Bednar's looking across for Bernash, and the ball will roll out of play. Oswego will get possession back as Russian will have the ball first for the Lakers. Bernash looking to angle her off towards the sideline, but instead Russian on the cutback will drop it off for Kamide and send it over to the far side for Cody. Aaron Cody sends one right to the sideline, and McKersher is able to cradle it in for the Lakers as McKersher will bring it into the offensive zone. Leaving it off for Quirk and dishes it off for Wiley. So the Lakers will slow things down a little bit, maybe eat some clock away and try and reset some things.
I was just about to say that, Turge. Not a bad idea here while you're up 2 to slow things down, take that momentum away, almost make those goals disappear out of your memory somewhat. Give Brockport less time to work after this offensive push by Oswego, whether it's successful or not.
And it looks like we'll have a stoppage here as the Lakers will have a free position opportunity with 10:51 remaining in the third quarter. Sela Wiley with it. She already has 101. Can we think of 102? Time will tell as Sela Wiley now walking one in. Lets one go in top right corner. Goaltending change doesn't matter. The Lakers find the top right corner and another goal on the board. It's a 9-6 game.
And one of the first real tests for Aaron Lant there, and she was unable to capitalize there as Wiley right from the top of the 8 steps in and fires on. And it's just going to beat Lant top right, and Lant able to get the stick up, but again, it just misses the netting and goes into the netting that Lant doesn't want it to go into between the orange pipes. And just like that, the Lakers knocking on the door of double digits, 9-6 for Oswego State.
10:50 remaining here in this third quarter of play as Oswego takes a 3-goal lead once again against this Brockport team as we'll go back to work. Wiley now in the face-off circle against Vanderkar and has got Quirk to the left, Smith to the right. As the ball goes towards the goal of Kamide, and it's scooped right back up by Cunningham before swatted away by Quirk. That'll draw the foul. And Cunningham will get the ball back for the Golden Eagles.
Wiley got assisted at 4:10.
Courtney Cunningham back across now for Quinlan. Down low for the Golden Eagles for Vanderkar. Bernash looking to cut towards the goal, but instead it's back for Bernash on the near side. Up to the point now for Foose as she's watched by Quirk. Foose looking to draw towards center, but instead will leave it off for Tho, trying to cut back, but instead shoved down by Wiley. And Brockport will get the ball back as Wiley with the shove.
Bit too aggressive on defense has kind of been a theme here for Oswego. They've given up a lot of free positions and a lot of offensive chances for Brockport. But that free position was very well defended by Oswego. No shot coming off the chance.
Oswego very solid in their defensive coverage when it came to free positions and preventing teams from breaking out in the defensive zone as it's Foose now pressured by Quirk and Cody. This is dropped off to Bernash down the left side. Bernash back to the point for Foose as Cody will scoop up the ground ball and bring it across center field before getting taken away now by Tho.
Boy, I think that was a miscue by Bernash right there. She had a wide open shooting lane if she just turned around and faced Kamide. Might have been a better idea to take a look there, but it forces a turnover. Brockport able to win it back from Cody, but bit of a costly mistake right there.
As Oswego will go back in the defensive zone. Brockport will keep things going. It's Bernash once more receiving the pass from Tho. We'll bring it in. Cassidy Bernash pauses, waits, and sends it over for Tho on the near side. Tho pressured by Cody, and Cody looking to force a turnover once more. Tho bringing it back across near side Bernash, watched by Russian. Russian couldn't get by the screen, and another shot by Bernash, and an even better save by Kamide to keep it a 3-goal game.
Yeah, that one going off the top hand of Kamide right there, and Kamide with a good save, able to kick that one out. Now Oswego was able to recover and start a rush.
As Oswego goes the other way, McNally over for McConnell on the far side. Shea McConnell looking on the cut for Fierro, but instead will wait and let a couple of the Lakers come right in as Quirk will slowly trail in and receive the drop pass from Wiley over for McConnell. Back up to the point, Wiley across for Quirk and down near side for McNally. Quirk back for Wiley, looking for a shot. And a good save by Lant there. With 7:59 remaining here in this third quarter, Lant's first save in goal as Brockport looks to turn it the other way.
Yeah, Wiley there on Lant was looking to do the exact same thing she did on her free position, which was beat her high, but Lant got the read on that play as soon as she made the cut in. And Lant with a nice stick save to get possession here for Brockport, and she's trying to find an option to pass to, but Oswego's got her pretty much covered off. She is well out of her net.
Lant's trying to push the Golden Eagles upfield. Lembo looking to find the turnover, but instead Cody looking to scoop it up. It's a battle for it along the turf, and it's finally recovered by Brockport, and the Golden Eagles will take it away. It's Chamberlain. Another turnover there, no, on Bernash by Wiley, and the Lakers will take it the other way on the pass intended for Fierro. That goes high over her stick, and it's corralled by Tietjen.
Yeah, that sequence there was a series of turnovers Brockport needed to win because with how far Lant was out of the net, it would have been a foot race to see if Lant would have stopped it or if Oswego could have put one past her.
And McConnell on the cross check there leads to a foul for Brockport, and Taylor Ford will have it with 6:44 remaining here in this third quarter. Lant looking for a passing lane, and Jared, like you mentioned, has been pretty relentless on the Oswego State defensive end in the neutral zone especially. Anytime a goaltender looks to clear one towards center field, unable to do so for at least a little bit of time as the possession clock has dwindled down now to almost 45 seconds for Brockport.
Yeah, Oswego almost playing pure man coverage, and I could see that one coming as Foose got wide open, able to deke her way around two Laker defenders.
But instead it'll be taken the other way by Oswego State.
You can see the disadvantages of playing man right there because if something like that happens, you can have a player break away all on their own, but Brockport unable to capitalize, but here's Oswego.
And McKersher now bringing it over Fierro for Smith down low. Behind the net for Lembo. Lembo for McConnell on the far side now as the Lakers look to eat some clock away. The clock is their friend in this case. They're up by 3 with 5:40 remaining here in this third quarter on WTOP 10. It's Hill. As we see Alexis Hill get in the lineup again for the Lakers. McConnell looking to drive towards goal as she gets checked right in front of goal, and it looks like a free position opportunity. And no argument. And it looks like we're going to actually have a timeout prior to the actual attack at hand by Oswego State as teams will go respective benches with 5:30 remaining here in this third quarter of play. Speaking of sports, as we're in lacrosse action, as we'll stick to sports with the best source for news, trade rumors, and updates for your favorite teams across the nation. Join Joey Pulatsky and Zach Malamud Wednesday nights at 10:30 on WTOP 10. Oswego State takes a 3-goal lead, entering about 2/3 of the way through this third quarter of play with 5:29 remaining. The Lakers lead 9-6 against Brockport. The Golden Eagles definitely not out of this one, but they seem to need an offensive response to say the least.
Absolutely. I think they need to get at least one here before they end this third quarter of this matchup so far. And in the fourth quarter, which we're coming up on here, Turge, Brockport really has struggled so far. They're being outscored by 10 goals in the fourth quarter, so now they really need to get it done. And it is a very spirited conversation over there on the Brockport sideline.
Clearly some frustration by the Golden Eagles. Haven't really been able to get anything going. Sela Wiley and company getting the job done. Wiley with 4 goals on 10 shots so far. McConnell 1 goal on 3. Quirk with 1 on 2. And then Katie McNally, shot percentage perfect. 1 goal, 1 shot. Talk about that for consistency with 5:30 remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, McNally with a good play there. She's taking it all on her own. And obviously, both these teams see the stats. They know who's doing the goal scores. And McNally has had some offensive power, but she's not exactly who you immediately think of for offensive power. But when she wants to sling it, she absolutely will. And a beautiful shot, helping to put Oswego up 3 now on Brockport. And Brockport able to answer back, but Oswego fired right back just as quickly. In the Lakers, looking to light the lamp a few more times here on the shores of Lake Ontario.
The Oswego will continue their possession as the timeout was called. Just before they got a shot off, and it's going to be Lembo beneath the goal of Lant. Smith to the left and McConnell to the right of Lembo as McConnell will start things off over for Wiley. Wiley back for McConnell as they'll play pitch and catch. Back for Wiley. Wiley, the high floater intended for Lembo, but instead a collision course down the near side as the ground ball's looking to scoop it up, and it still comes free. Wiley swats it away, looking to keep it in the offensive zone. She will. It's brought back over for McConnell. McConnell looking to cut towards goal. The shot and a good save there by Lant as looks like Oswego will lose possession. Brockport will take it away. And it's grabbed back by Paige Thoe.
Good sequence there by Oswego leading up to that turnover on the McConnell shot. McConnell trying to work her way in, try something different on Lant, looking 5-hole, but Lant quick with the stick, able to bat that one down, and the whistle's blown before any rebound comes up for grabs.
Vanderkar, pressured by Lembo, sends the pass far side, intended for Tietjen, but it hits the turf. Lembo pressuring her as she'll carry across center field and dish one over to the far side now for Ford. Then look for Bednarz on the far side, looking to the near side now for Romansky. Bernash. As she'll take her time with it. 40 seconds remaining in the possession for Brockport. Bernash now taking her time, and that's brought back across now for Romansky. Romansky pressured by Townsend. Back over to the far side now, it's Bednarz. Down low for Bernash. McKersher looking to get by the screen by Bednarz, but instead an opportunity there by Romansky. Draws the foul, and Brockport will go to a free position shot.
I think it's safe to say here, Terz, that this is a pretty big free position here for Brockport. 3:37 left in the third. Something to note about Brockport as well, a pretty short bench, only about 7 players over there on the bench, so it's been a long 45 minutes so far. Brockport needing this one.
Romansky, the shot there, it looks like it went off the outside shoulder of Kamide, and the ball came free and into the goalie circle, where Kamide will get it, and Oswego State will get away from that free position opportunity.
And what a play by Sheila Wiley as Kamide made the initial save, went down to trap it with her stick. Ball came free and came up. Brockport had an opportunity to bury it in, but Wiley with a great stick able to knock that ball out into the back of the net where Kamide can recover, and Oswego now able to set up in the offensive zone because of a great defensive play by Wiley bailing out Kamide there.
Fierro now with it on the near side, over for Quirk as the ball was brought in by Smith. Oswego State now, really this third quarter has flown right by with 2:50 remaining here in this third quarter of play here on WTOP 10. Thomas Turgeon and Jared Wakefield with you as Wiley looks to bring one in, but she's met by 3 Brockport Golden Eagles as the ball rolls towards center field. It'll be Brockport possession now with Paige Thoe. Far side now, the pass intended for Journey Nebb. Creates a turnover there for the Lakers as Oswego State will bring things right back in, starting it with McConnell. Quirk now across to the near side for McNally as Smith looks to open up on the far side. But instead, McNally will send it down low for Smith. Right back for McNally, and to center is Quirk. And just across is skipping a jump over to Wiley. Quirk for McNally. 60 seconds remaining on the possession clock. 1:55 remaining here in this third quarter. Wiley, McConnell, down low. Lembo off the crossbar. McConnell back for Wiley. The Lakers are buzzing. 55 seconds on the possession clock. 1:40 in the third quarter. And a close opportunity by Isabella Lembo, just met by the orange pipe of the outside of the frame.
Yeah, she had Lant beat there far side. Lant covered off the short side, but Lembo with good reach, slinging it right off the post.
Lembo once more receiving the pass from McConnell, looks to pull a 360, but instead will leave it off for McConnell with 30 seconds on the possession clock as Wiley has it now for Quirk. Quirk near side for McNally, back down low for Smith. Back for McNally. Across as it flies over Quirk for Wiley. Lembo looking to drive towards the center as she gets taken down. And Lant will get the easy save routine with 1 minute to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Lembo defended pretty well and probably didn't get in as much cheddar as she wanted on that shot. And Lant will now try to start the breakout here for the Golden Eagles.
As Foose got contested by McNally with a stick up high, Foose will bring it across. 40 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. The Golden Eagles trail by 3. As Brockport will go to work. Back across now to the near side now is Tho looking to get anything going, but instead McConnell was watching her. Back now for Bernash, trying to burn by Russian. Back down low, though, for the Golden Eagles. Right cutout in front, the shot. That one goes just wide on the opportunity by Tho with 10 seconds remaining. Brockport looking for a quick attack, going one out in front. Quirk with the block. Sent once more, slide down by Quirk, recovered by Kamide, and the Lakers will go in the fourth quarter up by 3 goals on Brockport.
And good work there by the Lakers to kill that final little offensive pressure there from Brockport into the third quarter, and the Lakers in the fourth quarter will have to look to finish things off, and Brockport needs to get something going and get something going quick.
The Lakers take a 3-goal lead entering this third quarter. Nothing really crazy to note for the Lakers besides the shots on goal. They're still getting outshot by Brockport 24-19 at the end of the third. As Oswego now looking to get the job done and snap a 6-game losing streak against the Golden Eagles over the span of a few years, as Brockport has had the better hand going into the third quarter. Only 2 goals scored by, 1 goal by each team, as Haley Chamberlain got the lead cut down to 2 before Sela Wiley had an answer on the free position shot to make it a 9-6 game entering the fourth quarter.
Yeah, both goaltenders in the defensive units really locked it down, especially Brockport on a defensive unit, not really letting Oswego get anything to the net. And if Oswego got to the net, it was a good chance that Aaron Lant would have to block down. Got a bit rattled early on that first free position, but she has looked pretty solid in net and a bit more patient than Parsons here early, and she might be what Brockport needs to try and turn this ship around at this time. Kamide calm and cool in net, a good third quarter there for the Lakers, and she'll look to stay settled in. 15 more minutes of lacrosse here from Laker Turf Stadium again, and I don't think we can understate this enough. A beautiful April day. For those of you unfamiliar with Oswego,
it's definitely not.
It's never like this, and as you can tell, some of us really don't like pollen. But overall, gorgeous day. Sun's out. Flowers are starting to come back out. Trees starting to bloom back to life. Spring is here. And for Oswego, the Lakers have sprung into action, leading 9-6 as we head into the fourth quarter.
I feel like you can't really complain about a day like today. Sun's out, no wind really. Lakers
I can complain
up
about the
by
pollen.
3, but you can't complain about the pollen, Jared. As it is a great day here for some lacrosse action as the Lakers lead by 3 entering the fourth quarter. The Oswego will attack from right to left for the final quarter of action today before they get some rest and get ready for Saturday against Plattsburgh. A team like the Cardinals has not done very well this season. Oswego looking for another win in the conference. They already have 3 so far, looking for 4 today. As the Lakers will get things going once more. Wiley on the faceoff for Oswego State. And Vanderkar on the draw for the Golden Eagles as Vanderkar was able to scoop it up. As Brockport will start off the first possession so far by Foose. Looking the cutter for Bernash, driving towards goal. That one went off the turf, off the crossbar, and out. Wow, what an opportunity by Cassidy Bernash. That got rejected once more by the crossbar. And the same side, too. Just a little more incentive. Just, wow, what an opportunity for the Golden Eagles. Unable to capitalize there early here in the fourth.
Sarah Kamai may owe a sacrifice to the lacrosse gods after that one, as they decided that the ball was not going to go into her net.
As Brockport continues to go at work, 35 seconds remaining on the possession clock as Bernash will take it at the top of the point, watched by no other than Sophie Russian. As another foul drawn by the Lakers defense, and it looks like Bernash will have an opportunity for the free position. As Bernash will get set up to the left-hand side as Wiley and Quirk to the right. Bringing one in, another good save by Kamai. She lost track of it and was able to corral it just to the left side of the goal. And a close scare there for the Lakers.
That would have been another tough one for Kamai to swallow, as that one almost trickled straight past her, but she was able to trap it down and just swipe it back out of the way, and the Lakers set up in the zone.
Fierro now far side for Smith. She drops back and looks for a passing lane to open up as she's getting pressured and sends it over to the near side, McConnell. McConnell for Wiley, then back across for Quirk, and over for McNally. McNally for Smith, back for McNally, and Wiley at the point calling for it as she cuts back, looks to drop for Lembo as the ball gets turned over by the Lakers, and it was corralled by Cunningham, who leaves it over for Lant, and Brockport gets out unscarred. As the Golden Eagles look to break things out, as they'll bring it across for Cunningham, dropping it back off for Tietjen. Tietjen looks to send it across the center of the field for Ford. As she'll bring it in, Cody watching her as she'll bring it down low to the near side now for Romansky. Romansky for Beto. Back across now for Tho and over for Bernash. Bernash down low for Foose is looking for a cutter. Bernash looking to cut towards goal. She's watched by Russian. Back up to the point now for Tho as Brockport not getting any passing lanes open so far as Quirk was able to not get anything going for Tho as Romansky brings it behind goal for Foose. Back up and across by the Golden Eagles, it's Beto. Beto pressured by Cody and pushed to the outsides and sends over near side Bernash. Bernash angled off by Russian. As a lot of Lakers peeling off to that right side, now allowing Bernash to even get a shooting lane open. Foose now looking to cut towards the mill and get edged off. 8 seconds remaining in the possession clock as Foose looks to get a shot. Kamai able to scoop up the loose ball, but instead it'll be a foul and a free position opportunity for Foose.
And a little bit of frustration there from the Oswego State defense. A little bit upset as Townsend with a good play. Just a little bit too much of the twig there. We'll learn Brockport and Foose, a free position, a dangerous shooter.
11:45 remaining as Foose took a shot, and that one goes over the goal. And it'll be in favor of the Lakers as they'll get the ball back with 11:36 remaining.
Kamai real fired up. Kamai not afraid to show some emotion. She gave out a big ol' yeah as the Lakers were awarded possession. Looking for the clock to roll. A little bit of a hold up waiting for the scoreboard. Are we rolling? Yes, we are. Turge, take it away. We're back underway.
A good turnaround and a good segue right back into action as 11:15 remains here in this third quarter. The Lakers up 3. Looking to dictate the pace of this game and have the clock on their side for the rest of this fourth quarter. It's Cody bringing it down the near side where she's met by 4 Golden Eagles. But instead will get through and dish it off for McConnell. McConnell for McNally. Drops it off for Wiley, near side McConnell. Down low for Lembo. You have to wonder if we'll see another one of those cut plays where McConnell drives towards goal from Lembo. You've seen that quite often this year so far. Quirk looking to cut back, sends it over for Wiley. Now for McConnell, down low for Lembo, and a foul drawn on the foul by McConnell. And a free position opportunity for number 12.
And George, I think you got to get yourself a crystal ball because you called the play out perfectly until it was whistled down for the foul.
McConnell driving in towards goal, lets one rip, and that one goes. It looked like it edged off the right side of the crossbar.
Barring out, posting out.
As we've seen a few of those over the last few moments of the second half, as Wiley looks to push out a bounce Knob, but instead it'll be recovered by Brockport, and Knob will send it across to the near side of the center field with Julia Quinlan. Quinlan Near side now brought down to the corner by Romanski. Romanski being watched by McKersher, but not posing too much of a threat as Brockport will slow things down a little bit. Cunningham down the near side over for Bernash to the top. Bernash bring it in, watched by Russian as well as McKersher collapsing in on the center.
Can almost see how the whole crowd there, Turge, deviated over to the far side, and Bernash was trying to take advantage in the shooting lane.
And a nice move, juke and jive there by Paige Tho, but instead it'll be a foul on the Lakers as she'll have a free position opportunity. Couldn't get the shot off there, but we'll have another opportunity right here.
Yes, she will, and it was a good defensive play there.
9:29 remaining here in this fourth quarter play. Tho brings one in, lets one go, and that one goes high over Kamide. And it's a 9-7 game now as Brockport now inches within 2 with 9:27 remaining here in the fourth.
Here come the Golden Eagles starting to rally things up. The rally caps are on, so to speak. And Brockport inching ever so closer. And these three positions for Oswego have eventually costed the Lakers. Be interesting to see what happens here. The Lakers will look for an answer.
Oswego State needing a response here to get things back going as their lead is back only down to 2 as Oswego looking to bounce back. Sela Wiley on the draw against Vanderkar once more. So we haven't really seen Quirk in the draw circle as much as of late, but Wiley has done a pretty solid job winning the possessions for the Lakers in this fourth quarter so far. This ball's up, we're underway. Quirk looks to get it up high, but instead it's taken away by Cunningham. Cunningham able to get it. And Brockport will go back. Cassidy Bernash once more.
And again, watch for Brockport to try to fake out the defense and pull a good chunk of their attackers over to one side of the field and create a wide open shooting lane for either Cunningham or Bernash if they can work their way to the top of the circle.
As Brockport will go back to work, it's Tho on the near side, back up to the point, Foose. It's Foose one-on-one against Townsend, but now Cody joins in to make it a one-on-2. Foose to the far side now and back down low for Bernash. Bernash back out in front for a leaping Quinlan and was unable to catch it, and it's brought back up to the top of the point. It's going to be Tho, the most recent goal scorer for Brockport, looking to bring him within 1. Bernash drops it over. Quinlan shot, and that one looked like Kamide got a stick on it.
Kamide did get a stick on it, and a really good save by Kamide, realizing what was going on. Brockport created a lot of space right in front of Kamide, right in front of the net. Wide open shooting lane. Kamide came out the challenge, took the space away, and made it happen.
As another shot there by Quinlan going wide as Brockport will get the ball back, though. 35 seconds going into the possession clock as the Lakers look to try and wait things out on the defensive side or force a turnover here. It's Tho once more. Pressured by Wiley. Tho still with it. Wiley watching her. Brought back up to the point for Foose. 15 seconds remaining on the possession clock. 7:35 in this fourth quarter. Bernash again. Trying to get by Russian, but instead is Fierro as well.
Brockport set the screen there maybe too well as they covered off Bernash's lanes.
Foose looking to get a shot, but the possession clock horn sounds before she could get a shot off. Now Oswego weathers the storm there and will take things the other way, starting it off with Kiara McKersher down the near side.
Now Oswego must owe Kamide something, either a dozen donuts or a gem from K Jewelers, because Kamide with multiple gem saves, a couple feathers in her cap here. She's had a pretty outstanding fourth quarter so far, limiting Brockport to only 1 goal so far, even though they've had the offensive pressure so far.
McConnell on the near side for Wiley and back for Quirk with 6:45 remaining here in this fourth quarter of play. It's McNally now getting contested by Quinlan. And Smith battling for a couple hacks and whacks away as Brockport will get the ball back and send it for Lance and reset things in a way as the Lakers will be unable to get the opportunities going.
Seems like this Brockport squad's been a lot calmer with Erin Lant. When Lant has the ball setting things up, she's almost the quarterback of the play. She sets up how Brockport's going to offensively break out. Didn't work out very well that time because that pass was sailed all the way straight out of the stadium here.
She was looking towards that far side, but
home run.
Noelle Smith was able to cover it up as the ball goes out of bounds. And the Lakers will get possession back, still up 2 with 5:50 here in the fourth. McNally now for the Lakers. A triangle of Eagles as she evades and gets out. And it's Sela Wiley. 5:37 remaining here in this fourth quarter play right here on WTOP 10. Thomas Turgeon and Jared Wakefield getting you through this on a beautiful sunny afternoon here on Wednesday at the Laker Turf. Wiley for Quirk. Far side now McNally. Back over to the center is Wiley on the cutback. Almost lost an ankle, it seemed there. But Quirk recovers in. The Lakers will continue offensive possession. 5:10 to go here in the fourth. Wiley down low. McConnell near side for Lembo. Back for Wiley. Wiley looking to cut in between 2 Brockport defenders, but it's grabbed back by Quirk. Quirk for McConnell. McConnell with some space to work, drops it over for Lembo, and draws the foul again. It'll be Shea McConnell going to the free position line just to the right of Lant.
Another good play by McConnell to not only draw the free position, but even if the free position didn't come, drop that pass off to Lembo as her lane closed up.
McConnell driving towards goal, bearing down the shoulder, and she gets taken down, and it looks like we will run that back, as well as a yellow card going in favor of the Lakers as they draw the foul, and another opportunity for Shea McConnell. Vanderkar going off with the yellow card.
Yeah, Brockport able to cover it off, but Vanderkar gets that stick across and levels a pretty aggressive cross check. That's enough to not only award McConnell a second try from an even better shooting position, but will also put Brockport a player down, and that's their first card of the game and the first advantage here for Oswego, playing one up.
Only second card we've seen so far today. Nothing too crazy.
Pretty
in
peaceful.
In terms of cards-wise. It has been peaceful. And it's been a great game so far. 2-goal game going down the final moments of the fourth quarter as McConnell will have another point-blank opportunity. And she's got Ford to the right of her, and it looks like it'll be Quinlan to the left. McConnell with a free position shot. She's got Wiley behind her. Lembo just beneath, and she'll send the drop pass for Quirk as the Lakers will just pump fake on the opportunity and just start resetting their systems.
4:40 to go here in the fourth, Turge, and it's pretty obvious the Lakers trying to burn as much clock as they can with 76 on the shot clock. Pass it around, burn the clock out, force Brockport to be aggressive and maybe cause them to have a defensive failure and capitalize on it and get back up to 3 goals up and crack double digits.
McConnell back for Wiley with 62 seconds on the possession clock. Back for McConnell, driving towards goal with some speed, but instead just takes it right back out. Avoids to shoot and leaves it for Quirk.
Yeah, you don't want to shoot there if you have a bad lane and just have Land easily scoop it up and give an easy turnover and give Brockport any extra time to come back.
Another good save there by Lant on Fierro with 4 minutes remaining. The Golden Eagles will grab the ball back as Lant will send it to the near side. Whistles will blow, and it looks like we'll have a timeout on Brockport.
And again, for Brockport, I feel like this is a needed timeout. You have momentum on your side with the big save, but still not the way Brockport wants this game to go. It's been a 2-goal game. But despite all of the chances Brockport has had, it has felt like Oswego has always come out with the upper hand. Maybe a couple better bounces. Oswego's passing overall has been better. Brockport a bit better in the scrums. But Oswego able to connect on the tic-tac-toe, put together some connect fours, and put 9 goals up, give them a 2-goal lead.
Well, the Lakers have a 9-goal lead, but what's going to be next for them? Well, I guess you're going to have to find out and tune in to Laker Connections Thursday nights at 10:30 p.m. with myself, Jared Wakefield, right next to me, and Tommy Tallerino. Catch up on all the latest Laker headlines, interviews, and more. Find us on Spectrum Channel 96 and streaming on the web on YouTube and Facebook as the Lakers lead by 2 with 3:51 remaining here in this fourth quarter. As the Lakers look to seal the deal and find division and conference win number 4 to start their SUNY.
Put them 4-1 on the year, the best record the women's lacrosse team has had in quite some time, as they've had a hot start to the season in the conference. New step for us on Laker Connections this Thursday night, Terz, where we're going to be including golf. We're going to be taking it out to the links here for our B block on Thursday night, getting a little golf action. Special focus on lacrosse this week coming up as well. So for you lacrosse fans, make sure you tune in at 10:30 for the Lax Line on Laker Connections.
The Lax Line, both teams in action on today, Wednesday. The women's team in action today. Both teams in action on Saturday, and then both teams also in action next Wednesday as well. So clearly a lot to talk about, past and present, for both lacrosse programs, as one of them looks to get another win today. Just about a little under 4 minutes away as the clock will start to run. And Brockport will start possession. It'll start off with Bernash all the way beneath the goal, as she'll carry across center field and get by McConnell and Fierro and bring it in on her own. Here's Bernash looking to go coast to coast, and she gets taken down by Townsend. It'll be a free position opportunity now for Bernash, with 3:31 remaining.
More action in this one, Turds, in the Michael Bay movie right now, and here's the next set piece for the dramas. It's going to be a Bernash free position and a potentially huge moment in this matchup. And wondering if we're going to have a card here. Doesn't look like it, but taking an extra quick second here.
A little bit of a discussion, but nonetheless, it looks like it'll be going the other way, actually. A potential charge by Bernash.
Yes, it will.
The Lakers will get it back.
It's a costly for Brockport there. Is potentially one of their better scoring chances in the final couple minutes of this quarter go away. As we mentioned earlier during the halftime, Brockport outscored by 10 in all season matchups in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter has not been their friend so far.
Fourth quarter most definitely not their friend. It's not their friend right now as they trail 2 with 3:04 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Wiley looking for McConnell, but she was watched by Ford. Tight point on McConnell leaves her to give a pass over for Isabel Lembo in the near side corner. Wiley for Lembo.
What's worth noting as well here, Turge, is that Brockport only carries 6 other runners on their bench, as 2 of their bench players are goalies. So Brockport, maybe, with a really small bench, tough to stay fully winded here, especially when you've got an hour of basically just running back and forth. Oswego with a deep enough bench to practically field an entire second team.
McNally for Smith on the far side. 2:25 remaining as this clock is just dwindled very fast away in favor of the Lakers as they're up by 2. As Oswego looks to kill this clock away a little bit more. 15 seconds on the possession clock. And Oswego will continue as Wiley draws the foul with 7 seconds, and she's just going to eat it away and kill this clock down to the final second as the clock for possession goes away. And with 1:50, Brockport would get possession, but it's taken back by Smith, and the Lakers will grab back this ball and look to eat things down to the final moments of the fourth quarter.
With 90 seconds on the shot clock, Turge, now 80 seconds remaining in 1:38 in the game. This is a good chunk of what's left in the game here. Brockport, at most, might have maybe 20 or 15 seconds to mount a charge the other way. It's going to take half that for them to at least run up the field, and they've got to get 2 in that time. So if Oswego can maintain possession, this might be the dagger.
Oswego will continue to pass things around. Wiley looking for some people to open up. As Wiley will take it as she gets pressured down beneath the goal of Lant. As Wiley and Lembo rotate, Wiley pressured now by Knob as well as Bednars, and The Lakers will look to just keep eating this clock away. 55 seconds remaining. And with 54 seconds left, Oswego looks like we'll continue to run things as the Lakers are very likely to get their 4th win so far this season, as Wiley will bring in the near side corner. She's contested by 2 Golden Eagles, but instead will get a good shove there by a Brockport defender, looking to just kill this clock away. And Jared, like you mentioned, a very small amount of time for Brockport if they want to get anything going. The foul drawn by Oswego with 20 seconds remaining and 10 seconds left on the possession clock. As the clock will continue to run away. 10 seconds remaining here in this 4th quarter of play. The Oswego State Lakers will edge out the Brockport Golden Eagles by a score of 9-7 as we wrap up the 4th quarter, and another huge win for the Lakers, and they get the job done against Brockport today.
And you can see it on the faces of this team as everybody mobs Sarah Kamide. Kamide, a monumental performance in today's matchup. A standout performance for the junior goaltender from Watertown, New York. Kamide, the undisputed starter for the Lakers all year long. 8 saves, 7 goals allowed, a total save percentage of 53%. A really good day for Kamide. Between the pipes, Sheila Wiley gets 100. A beautiful day, and what many Oswego State Laker fans will call a beautiful win today here at Laker Turf Stadium.
A huge win for the Lakers as they get the job done against Brockport for the first time in 6 games, as their last victory was actually on the home turf in 2016 on April 30th, as Oswego doesn't win the shot battle, but in all aspects, not necessarily all shots were quality for Brockport.
Absolutely. Brockport getting more chances, dominating the possession time, but the Lakers picking their moments, taking advantage of the free positions and other opportunities. Brockport turning the ball over more as well, and multiple times where that proved very, very costly for the Golden Eagles. Golden Eagles also better in the scrums, but in that 4th quarter, Thomas, we did not see a whole lot of scrums like that.
Yeah, absolutely, and we didn't see much out of it, but what we did see is a lot of offense for both of these sides. One of them being Sheila Wiley getting goal 100 and then some for the Lakers, and on the other hand of things, for Brockport, Julia Quinlan tallying 3 points to her name, and it just wasn't enough for the Golden Eagles as they lacked really the offense that they've been producing all year long, as the team averaged going into this game 11.25 goals going into today's contest.
And have a day, Sheila Wiley, 4 goals and 2 assists for 6 total points. And Julia Quinlan, strong day as well, 3 points on 4 shots. Quinlan, not quite the player we completely expected to stand out, but one of the top players on this Brockport team, and she did a lot of the heavy lifting today for them.
She did, most definitely so, in the Lakers, an overall team effort to get the victory done as SUNYAC matchups are wrapping up across the state, including this one that just wrapped up. Oswego getting a 9-7 victory, but in other action, we mentioned Cortland getting the bare hand against Plattsburgh, and then Potsdam losing to Oneonta. Geneseo getting the job done against RIT, and Fredonia, Jared, that's a close contest.
Absolutely, and that contest just getting underway. Fredonia really needing a win. So does Buff State as well. Geneseo really whooping up on the Tigers. Tigers were tamed there. Cortland Plattsburgh, we've known about that for a while, and Oneonta just kept racking it up on the Potsdam Bears. 21-7 final there in Oneonta. Another big win for their SUNYAC playoff hopes.
We see a lot of good positivity to go for the Lakers. They'll be in action against Plattsburgh on Saturday for Senior Day. Brockport, a very tough test for them. They'll be against Oneonta in Oneonta this Saturday as well.
I'll tell you what, Thomas, if you're playing a team that's nicknamed the Red Dragons, it's going to be a tough matchup. And Oneonta, one of the other tough teams, Cortland, the other team I'm mentioning, number 19 in the nation, and for good reason. So we'll see if the Golden Eagles can rebound and get their 4th win in 5 games. And for the Lakers, it's all about keeping it rolling. We'll see if they can move into double digits in the win column.
Well, Oswego State takes the victory here today on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon against the Brockport Golden Eagles by a final score of 9 to 7. They'll be back in action on Saturday at home for Senior Day when they'll take on Plattsburgh. From Jared Wakefield, I'm Thomas Turgeon saying so long and sail on from all of our crew. The Lakers take this one on Wednesday. We'll see you back again on Saturday afternoon.
you.